Hello everybody, and welcome back to more of the Agent series where we're gonna do some pretty sketchy things here in Imperial Intelligence.
The dispatch from Cipher 4 is in. More Republic support on Manan.
Proceed with the operation. I'll hold on. Sir, I thought you'd been assigned to the front lines. What brings you to headquarters?
I was hoping to see the Director of Operations.
Of course. Keeper's in conference right now, but you're welcome to wait. It's good to see you again.
Go. They'll be suspicious soon.
So we don't currently have, technically a mission from the Republic guys, for the whole double agent thing, but what we do have is a little bit of downtime that we can go exploring options. If you remember in the last episode, we had that really trippy sequence where my character was like flipping out and Watcher X in my head was telling me all sorts of different things. Well, we're kind of following up on that, and this is the extension of that.
Look around. Security cameras, gas vents, lockdowns. Your personnel files are here, everything on your brainwashing. But you need to keep this secret.
You're giving advice to the person who killed you.
Yes. If I'm the result of brain damage, you must have a warped sense of humor. If you can find a power generator, you can sabotage security. You'll have a window in which to access the files unseen, but it won't last.
So, yeah, we're basically down here trying to... We're going to take out the power generators, right? So that's the first thing. And then we're going to try to move silently and figure out this information. We're down here to learn more about the whole programming thing. Because you got to understand, sometime, if we don't know when, it could have been way in my character's past, even during the Trellis of the Eidolon series. We don't know when, but we do know he was programmed sometime, when he was with the Imperials, whether it was Imperial Intelligence or before that. So we got to figure out why he was programmed, how he was programmed, and all of these details so we can try to reverse it a bit, but we'll see.
This is Watcher 3. Cipher 9, are you down there? We're reading a power failure. The exit's sealed automatically, and droid safeguards are coming online. They'll fire at anything. Stay put until we get the backup system on.
He can't see you. Slice the system while you can.
A little bit of dialogue there, but just letting you know that, we're pretty much free to do our work that we need to do. So with this, we need to figure out, like I said, we need to figure out who and, who's programmed me, why I was programmed, all that stuff. But the primary goal here is to reverse the programming. And we're in this kind of strange state because we have a bit of downtime, like I said, between the Republic quests where I can come and do this kind of thing. So Watcher X, who is mysteriously in my head, is chatting it up with me, and we're trying to figure out, what exactly is going on here. Whether he's in my head because of the thing he put in my spine, or whether he's in my head because my character's going nuts, he's not necessarily sure. I mean, you got to keep in mind my character is also very conditioned. He's been through Imperial Intelligence training, which does the whole, torture thing, so you can withstand torture, which makes you mentally strong. So you wouldn't think that my character's going crazy.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword cross-reference. Cipher 9. Watcher X. Killick joining. SLV-16 serum.
Searching. One record found. Displaying abstract. Security Directive 101-3A. I hereby approve the application of Castellan restraints to designate Cipher 9. Despite his effectiveness, certain Lords of the Sith have expressed concern over his confrontation with Darth Jadus. Although the outcome was ultimately positive, no Cipher agent should ever threaten a Dark Council member. This safeguard will allow anyone with the keyword to shut down and reprogram Cipher 9's mind. He will be no danger to the Sith or the Empire. Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Okay, so now we know Keeper is the one who authorized it, but it seems like the Sith are the ones who wanted it, and that's apparently from my disobedience towards them. I don't know if I could have changed that situation at all, whether I could have, been more obedient to the Sith and not really had any issues with that, not have them be the ones who want to do the programming thing, but we know that's the reason why. So, without looking in the past saying, if I could have done this, I may have changed things, without doing that, let's look at the current state of affairs. The Sith, who my character despises, for various reasons, have decided that he is a threat to them. That's not something that the Sith generally admit to freely. The Sith are very hubris in nature, or they have a lot of hubris in nature, and they don't like to admit to their faults because it makes them seem weak, and weakness is a way for other Sith to get their position, because if other Sith see that they're weak, then they'll go in and kill them, and that whole mess of Sith politics. I mean, we talked a lot about that during the Inquisitor series. Heck, even during the Jedi-knight stuff, we talked a lot about that. So we're not going to go into detail there. We are going to go into the detail, though, of the fact that they fear my character. That is strange, because a Cipher agent, although well-trained and ready to go at it, shouldn't necessarily be feared by the Sith, or, have the Sith feared, or in fear of the agent. So it's a little strange that this is even happening, and that they would try to authorize this to begin with.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, Castellan restraints and reversal.
One record found. Displaying abstract.
In most subjects, implementation takes between 3 and 30 days, as the IX serum circulates and rewires the brain. Once the serum is fully absorbed, the subject is primed. We apply a keyword, basic commands, and wipe his memory. No way to reverse the treatment has been developed. Theoretically, one could repeat the cycle and apply a new keyword. However, physical side effects of repeated IX serum usage could prove inhibiting. I strongly advise against it.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Alright, so we know that they do it from a chemical now. So they reprogram with a chemical that they, I guess, inject, or however they get it into the body of the agents. They may do it willingly, the agents, or they may do it, or, I guess the people who do the programming may do it secretively. And the agent may never know about it. Either way, there's a word that they use, so like they said, theoretically you could just reapply a new word. That might get a bit dangerous, but that might be the only option that we have here. We're going to have to try to explore some other options.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, IX serum.
Downloading chemical schematic. Displaying addendum.
We will be unable to formulate new doses of IX serum until our supply of Dimalium-6 is replenished. Recommend additional forces to Republic-occupied world of Quesh immediately, as the planet's chemical mines remain our only source.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Now you know. You did your job well, so they stole your free will. With the IX serum, you can get it back.
The Sith wanted me programmed. I doubt they left the old Keeper much choice.
He left you with even less.
This is Watcher 3 to Cipher 9. We've restored power. Please proceed to the exit.
Okay, so we get to go to Quesh, and hopefully we can find some of the chemical there to get the serum. If we can make a new serum, we can do the whole reprogramming of my programming, which would be interesting to see. However, I think it's going to be the best chance. I don't know who we can trust with the word, but I'm pretty sure we can come up with something. Maybe I can only tell it to myself. I don't know if that's an option, though, so we'll have to experiment.
Cipher, I'm so sorry. Must have been a power surge. Probably lightning. You're alright?
I'm alright, thank you.
Good. I had a medic on standby. We do need to hold you until this is cleared up. Nothing personal, but you were down there unmonitored, and you know.
I understand your position, but there's a war going on, and you need me out there. Besides, you can always contact me later.
I suppose you've earned that much. Get going. I'll have your ship resupplied and refueled.
They really do need to insulate those generators better, don't you think?
I really hope that I was sneaky enough and that they weren't able to pick up on any trails that I had going there, because if they could, then they could bring it back to me and then be like, what were you doing down there? What did you see? And then maybe they could go through the access records and be like, oh, he was accessing things that we probably shouldn't have him accessing. You gotta remember, nobody knows about this whole programming thing except maybe a couple of my crew and the guy in my head, Watcher X. So it's one of those, it's kind of secretive thing, and I don't necessarily want it getting out, if you know what I mean.
This is Quest Control to Intelligence Vessel. Your docking permit is approved, but your arrival is unscheduled. Please state your purpose.
Quest Control, I'm sending you a list of chemical compounds I'd like delivered to my ship.
I can't help you, sir. I'm not authorized to access our chemical inventory. I suggest you contact Administrator Croyer's planetside. He oversees all chemical warehousing.
Point me to the Administrator and I'll be out of your hair.
Uploading directions now. Stay safe, sir. Republic forces are close to the base and we can't guarantee protection. Quest Control out.
Find the chemicals. Make the serum. You will be free again.
Okay, so we'll head down to Quesh, but we first want to talk to a couple of my companions. Since I can, obviously we'll start with the best one, which is Dr. Loken.
Cypher, I've finished unpacking the last of my equipment. Between your ship's onboard systems and my custom apparatus, you'll soon have the finest in-flight laboratory in the sector.
This in-flight laboratory of mine, does it serve a particular purpose?
For now, I expect to find it occupied by the OSWguild data we procured. But I'm sure we'll find other uses. Officially, of course, I'm in semi-retirement, monitoring background radiation somewhere in the Zetan wastes. Unofficially, I'm very much looking forward to traveling with you.
What exactly is your position in Imperial intelligence?
Let's just say the current administration is happy that I'm off Drummond Cass. But they're willing to turn a blind eye. Should you need anything from me, you only have to ask. Although if you want my genetic code rewritten, let me know before we leave the ship.
Keep your claws off the other passengers and try not to scuff the floors.
Of course, this is going to be invigorating for both of us.
He's so cool. And we'll continue in the next episode talking to Vector, and then we'll head down to Quesh and get that all done with.